Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at comparing the median and the semi-interquartile range. So there are three things you must remember when comparing data sets. So firstly, you must write your statement in context of the question. You must give background as to what you are actually talking about. The second thing is that you must use the correct terminologies. So don't use that word median, because what does median actually really mean? Use that word average instead. And as well for the semi-interquartile range, that doesn't really give much indication of what you are talking about. You need to use that word consistent and consistency. And then lastly, you need to write a numerical comparison for before and after. Now the key thing to also keep in mind is the consistent and the consistency one. You've got to think about it this way. If you have a smaller semi-interquartile range, that means the numbers are going to be closer together, which means that's actually going to be more consistent. So that's the one which often throws a lot of people off, but you must use these bits that I've got in the green in each part of your statement in order to get the mark for it. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. So my first one, I've got in a training program to improve running times. They record multiple running times in a 1 kilometer loop. Before training, Hannah's median was 8.25 minutes and the semi-interquartile range was 2.5. After training, the median was 6.5 minutes and the semi-interquartile range was 0.75. Make two valid comments comparing the 1 kilometer running time before and after training. So the key thing is, this is our bit of context, this 1 kilometer of running time. So I need to make sure that I mention that in each of my statements. Then my median, so before, my median time was this 8.25 minutes, and after, my median time was the 6.5 minutes, and then before, my semi-interquartile range was the 2.5, and after the semi-interquartile range was 0.75. So that's the key things I need to focus on. So I'm going to compare first the median. So firstly, I use this keyword here. So on average, the 1 kilometer running time improved or got faster or decreased, one of those where you make some sort of comparison, say what occurred. So because it's gone down, that's why we'd say it got improved, or it's gotten faster, or it's decreased. Since 6.5 is less than 8.25 minutes. And you can use that word, you can write out less than instead of using the symbol, either or. So that's me comparing my median. And then for the semi-interquartile range, so it was 2.5 before and now it's 0.75. So I would say the consistency of the 1 kilometer running time increased since 0.75 is less than 2.5. So again, here consistency increases because it is smaller. So of the key things that are highlighted at the start, we've got that average and that consistency wording rather than saying median or semi-interquartile range. We've got our context, and we say exactly what happened with it. And then we have our numerical comparisons. And all of this is needed in order to get the mark for each of these statements. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one then. So here we've got a shop recorded the number of visitors it had on Saturdays and Sundays, let's get rid of that A there. On Saturdays and Sundays across a few months. The Saturday had a median of 174 visitors and a semi-interquartile range of 28. The Sunday had a median of 208 visitors and a semi-interquartile range of 36. Make 2 valid comments comparing the number of visitors the shop has on a Saturdays and on Sundays. Okay, so to start off with, I would say on average, so here I'm comparing my median. On average, and on Saturday the median was 174, Sunday the median was 208. So I'd say on average, Sunday has more visitors in the shop. So there's my context. Since 208 is more than 174. And then now I want to compare my semi-interquartile range. So on Saturday it has 28 and on Sunday it is 36. So I'd say the number of visitors in the shop and the one that's more consistent is going to be the Saturday because it is less. So the number of visitors in the shop on Saturday is more consistent since 28 is less than 36. So here I use the word consistent rather than talking about consistency instead, just because how I like to structure the sentence, I thought it might be a little bit easier. But you could also say something like the consistency of visitors on the shop on Saturday was more. So with consistency, it's just how it's easiest for you to structure that sentence. But again, making sure I remember my context. I remember to say the word average or consistent, and then that numerical comparison as well. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with the work.